I look good. I look good. Welcome back. That's right. The rumors are true. I am back. If you are brand new here, if you've never been here before, welcome. I started this channel 10 years ago. In June of this year, it'll be 10 years since I uploaded my first YouTube video, which you can go back and watch. It's still on my channel. I was 18 years old. It's a very, very different time. And now I apologize for leaving. I'm so sorry, you guys. I had to go off and just do other things for 5 minutes. But I always knew from the day I stopped posting that I would be back at some point. It was just a matter of when and where and how. And over the last few years, I've like tried to start this up again so many times, and just like hit a roadblock every single time. Didn't feel right. I wasn't into it. I wasn't inspired. It didn't look right. It just wasn't there. But I always knew it would come back. I always knew this day would come and we'd be sitting here satisfied and really, really excited. So here we are. That's kind of it. I suppose we'll just get into it. So today, I thought it was only right to come back and do full glam. I've got a few wigs that I will maybe use. I've got a few accessories that I want to use. I just want to dress up. I just want to see where we end up. I filmed and uploaded an updated how to cover your brows tutorial. I will link that down below. Go check that out if you're interested in learning how to do that. If you guys have any questions, whatever, comment. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't given this video a like, please give it a like. I'll remind you again at the end of the video. It really helps me out. I want to sort of have this channel like, let's get it moving. Let's get it moving. So yeah, I can't believe this, you guys. This is crazy boots. This is crazy boots. So I'm going to cover my brows off camera. I'll be right back and we'll get started.
Hello everyone, this is Editing Lucy. I just realized that I did not mention at all what I do now for work, for a living. If you do not know, I am now a tattoo artist here in Melbourne, Australia. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, all my work is on there, and I will be sure to talk more about this in future videos. I apologize, I didn't even mention it. Anyway, back to the video.
Welcome back. Eyebrows are done. I want to do face tapes. I think I'm contemplating whether I'm going to use my natural hair for this look or a wig, but I'm not sure. So anyway, let's do it anyway. I'm just taking a makeup wipe and just wiping off our temples where we're going to put the face tapes, just to get off any oil, any glue, anything at all that could possibly be on there. These are the face tapes I use. These are face lift stickers. I got these off Amazon. I will try my best to find a link and I'll put it down below. So for these, I like to cut off quite a bit of the end and just leave it with that, because I like to pull them back as far back into my hairline as possible, so then I can do my eyes and my eyebrow as high up as possible, because I don't like putting product on the tape, because when you pull it, it sort of distorts it. And let's put it all the way back here. Pat that down. Getting them as even as possible. And then just patting them down. Okay, cool. Let's get straight into this foundation. So for this look, I'm going to just do my foundation on my eyebrows, my eyelids, and like some of my forehead. We're just focusing on the eyes to begin with, because I think we're going to do pretty dark shadow. So there's going to be quite a bit of fallout. So I just want to avoid ruining our face. So straight over the eyebrows. This is my Kryolan TV Paint stick, like usual. And focusing 90% of this product on these brows. Tiny bit on the lid. And that's that. Let's blend that out. Just taking a beauty blender. Blend, blend, blend. The game of covering your eyebrows it's exactly that. It's a game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And sometimes you sort of fall somewhere in the middle, which is where I think we've fallen today. If I could rate my eyebrow coverage out of 10 today, I would say like a 7, if we're being generous. It's not fantastic by any means, but it will do the job. So again, if you're watching me in 4K on your flat screen TV, you know, cut me some slack, doll, cut me some slack. We're trying our best. And I was curling a bang on a wig the other day, and I burnt my forehead, so that's that huge burn there. So let's set this now. I'm just gonna take, this is NYX mattifying powder in translucent. I'm just gonna take this with a little triangle sponge here and getting off any creases on the lid before we set and any hair. And I just want to set this as lightly as I can sort of get away with. I want to keep as much of the dewiness in this skin as possible, which is sometimes hard when you're covering your brows because you do need a lot of coverage for it to work. This powder is really, really good. Again, I'll put it all down below. It's very translucent, but it's just got a really good finish to it. So I would recommend. Let's start our eyes. Let's start our eyes. So, can I be honest? I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't a clue. I haven't a single clue. Hoping that we land this plane somewhere fierce. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is, so sorry you guys, I don't know what this brush is. It's just a blending brush. And I'm gonna take this palette. This is the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette. Would highly recommend. And we are going to start in with a bit of this gray color here. And we're just basically going to use this to start some semblance of a crease. So putting this deep in there and blending up. Let's just start these layers. So we're starting, because I want this all to be dark. I want this all to be basically black. So we're starting lighter, just to get an idea of where we're heading before we commit to black, because the black is scary. So coming all up here, top of this lid. I'm being precise, but it's also not the end of the world. This whole crease is gonna be cut later anyway, so don't worry too much. Just a disclaimer, I'm not quite as good as I used to be at the makeup. I used to be very, very good. We've taken a little bit of a break, although I have been doing makeup, but not quite as intensely as I used to. And so we're not quite as good as we used to be, okay, girls? So just like, again, cut me some slack. We will get there. You know, in the meantime, it is what it is. Just taking another blending brush, and if this one's just a little bigger and a little fluffier, and just sort of blending out those edges just a tiny bit more. I'm not concerned about this line here. This is all going to be cut really clean, which is the benefit of doing your foundation last, because it's much easier to you know, fix and erase stuff. That is for sure. So I don't want this to really even have any shape. I just want it to be like an idea of a crease, an idea of a shadow. So really blending this out. Gorgeous. All right. Let's go in with some black. Taking this black up here, I'm going to take this Marc Jacobs smudge brush. It's this tiny little, almost like a pencil brush. Taking this black, and we're gonna really sort of create our crease. So what are we gonna do here? I want it to start up here, come back down, and back up again. And then of course, all the way down into here. I'm also gonna bring this down here. This is just like a classic cut crease sort of drag look. I'm gonna bring it down here and then sort of up again. We're gonna do liner, so it's all gonna connect, but underneath we want it to be quite gorge still. All right. I think that's a good place to start. Back in with our fluffier brush. I'm gonna sort of do a mixture of these, this black and this darker gray here. I don't want too much on this brush, but we're gonna use this to blend this black out. Really being quite careful with it. Hi, baby. Hi. Do you want to come up and say hi? Everyone, this is Tina. This is Tina. She's the love of my life. She's gonna be a regular on this channel, making regular appearances, aren't you? And if you can hear her on the floor sniffing around and snoring, lots of snoring, I apologize, it's just this baby Tina. Hi, baby. Oh, she's the love of my life. Okay, I love you so much. You go, be good. Say bye to everyone. Bye, I'll see you next time. Bye, baby. So back to this. This is very light. Again, I'm not concerned about the bottom. I'm concerned about the top line, blending that out. Blah, 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 blah. Just wiping off this brush, getting most of that darker shadow off. And I'm gonna go back in with that original gray and go back over this here and really blend that out. Yep. I just want to clean this off a little bit just so you have a better idea of what this looks like. Yep. Okay, cool. So before we continue with our eyes, I want to do brows, because I feel like brows sort of set up the actual shape of the eye, and without that, it's sort of like, where are we heading, you know? So I'm going to take this. This is W7 Sharp Brows in Brunette. This is from Chemist Warehouse if you live in Australia. So let's do this. I don't really know like what we're doing or whatever, but let's see what we can come up with. Oh girl, she is severe. So just trying to find our arch. Okay, let's just commit. Okay, I think that's sort of where I want to start. I'm just gonna start there, and now we're gonna sort of clean them up a bit, see what we can do. I'm gonna take this Kryolan lip brush. So this is flat lip brush. I'm gonna take my foundation color again, and let's clean this up. So just under here. I want the insides to be a little more ombre. I don't want them to be so harsh. So I'm just gonna hit the insides very lightly like that. And then take my sponge and just sort of do one of them and just blend it out a little bit better. Yeah, gorge. Okay. So eyebrows are done. I want to do a bit of highlight under the bottom there, just on that eyebrow bone. So I'm gonna take, this is another Kryolan paint stick. This is just like a white shade. Same brush. And let's just hit this. And I'm bringing this all the way down into our eyeshadow and sort of creating an ombre. Okay, I'm just gonna take my beauty blender. Just sort of blend that out a little bit. Now, white shadow. Just go bang, 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 bang. Yeah. No! Okay, stop touching it. How about you just stop touching it? And then we don't have to keep going back over it 100 times. Like, it's insane. Okay, stop touching it. Okay, so I think we're gonna cut our crease. I'm gonna take a lighter shade, same brush, and let's go in here. So I want it to be open at the front and then so for it to sort of blend into this black back here. I'll show you, wait a minute. Let's just see. I want it to be quite big. Definitely bigger than my natural crease. Okay, so just getting rid of sort of any creases, just trying to get this as flat and even as possible. Now, I want to go in with this. This is the Sugarpill Loose Shadow in Grand Tiara. It's this really pigmented silver color. I'm just going to take my finger and I want to put this all over this lid. Okay, now I'm going to take this smudge brush again with a little bit of black shadow and just clean up that, oh, no. A bit of gray shadow, sorry. And just clean up that edge slightly. I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just for the sake of not having to look at this, I'm just going to get rid of all this. All the way up there. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to tightline my top waterline. I want our eyes to be black. Black, black, black. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. satin eyeliner pencil and I'm going to tightline my top waterline. And we'll do the bottom once the rest of our foundation is done. Black, 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 black. So now that we're tightlined, let's do our eyeliner. I'm going to take this NYX Epic Ink Liner. And we're going to do quite a severe wing here, I think. We want this to come all the way up, of course. All the way over here, adoy. All right, I think that's pretty good for right now. I want to go over this with some black shadow and just set it and make it really, really dark. So I just wanna matte that up a little bit. So again, I'm not concerned about this bottom line. This is all gonna be really, really cut. So if that's starting to look a little rogue, don't worry too much, doll. It's gonna be fine. I think I wanna make this crease a little darker. I'm gonna take the black and just sort of, I don't know if this is a huge mistake, but I wanna come back here and just sort of connect those two a little bit better. These types of looks definitely look worse, way, way, way worse before they start to look better. Because there's just so many steps and so many opportunities for it to just go off the rails. But if we persist, it comes out the other end and it's like, oh my God, look at that. Wow, that's incredible. Just adding a little bit more white to this highlight. I like that being quite severe. And then just blending those together again. Okay. Now, back in with our makeup wipe and let's clean this up. Okay, you guys, I think that's the tops of our eyes done. That's a big moment. That is a really, really big moment. We're gonna do the rest of our face. Let's do the rest of our face. So I'm just wiping off my face I have a lot of crap on there, so just get rid of everything that isn't meant to be there, obviously. Okay, let's go. Straight back in with our foundation. Bam, 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 bam. Blend that out. Okay, rock and roll. Let's highlight. I'm gonna take my my lighter foundation and all the way under here, all the way up that nose, all the way up that eye. Yep, bit in the middle. That's it. That's all we're doing. Blend this out. Hi, baby. So just being very careful, obviously, right up against that eye there. Oh my god. All right. We're getting there. Let's do a bit of contour. I'm going to take this e.l.f. cream contour palette and let's hit all around these edges. Do a bit of this, la 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 la. Up here. I'm gonna do my chin and my jaw. And let's blend that out. I think my favorite part of this sort of makeup is the foundation. Is the blending of the contours and the highlights and just like creating that gorgeous ombre. Oh, it's so satisfying. So satisfying. Okay, I want to do a little bit on this nose. So I'm taking this Marc Jacobs concealer brush and we're coming down these sides up into that brow. Yep. Blending that down the sides there, obviously. And then when we hit the top, I'm just gonna do a little ridge here. And that's good to go. And then darkening the bottom. Let's do a bit of highlight, just on the top there. Down the bridge, and up the top. Blend that out. All right, I think we're fully done. Just gonna highlight the middle here a little bit more. Let's set this. So going back in with our NYX mattifying powder, I'm just gonna get rid of any creases under the eyes to begin with. Same sponge. And like I said, I want this to be set, but I don't want it to be crazy. I just want it to be enough to not move anything. Okay, we are completely set. Let's do some bronzer. I'm going to take this Rimmel London Natural Bronzer and just this big brush. And let's just very lightly hit the outside there, down the neck, all that. All right. What are we doing next? What are we doing? I want to tightline our bottom line. Taking our same pencil and let's go underneath here. I don't think I'm going to do really much beyond just this on the bottom line. I might just blend. I'm just going to take this smudge brush again and just blend that out. Sort of connect it up into that top wing. But I don't want it to be dark. I don't want it to come down super far, this bottom wing. Mascara. I'm gonna pack it on top and bottom. All right, I am going to take these lashes. These are just from, I reckon these are just from like Amazon again. I don't think I'll be able to find the link to these, but they're just anywhere you can find them. They just fling out on the ends. So I'm going to take these and I'm actually going to cut them down quite a bit and just use this end part that flicks and then focus that on the outside corner. I'm going to cut off like at least that much and leave us with that. Oh, I'm hungry. All right, a little bit of duo. I'm just going to take my eyeliner pencil, just wait for this to dry actually, and just go over any glue. Make sure you can't see any of that. What the hell is that on my nose? It's so hard to be so glam. It's just so hard. Okay, I think we just do lips. I think that's where we have ended up. I'm going to take, so like I said at the beginning, I want to do a purple lip. I'm going to start with our black eyeliner pencil. I want to do sort of like an ombre purple lip. And so let's take this and let's outline with this to begin with. Okay, you guys, I'm sitting here and I'm contemplating this purple lip. I don't think this is the vibe. I don't think this is the vibe. I want to do more glam than this, and this is very dark. So we're taking the purple lip off. Not to worry though, not to worry. We will troubleshoot. All right, back to square one. That feels better. I feel like I need a pinker, more, it needs to be glam. Okay, we've gotten word from the glam gods and we just have to do a nude lip. So I'm taking this Rimmel Lasting Finish lip liner in Brown Pie. And let's do this. So I still want to sort of do an ombre, just a different color. So, and I want to have a bit more of a Cupid's bow. I want it to come in at the top there. So wait a minute. Okay. I actually kind of love that with the pink inside. It's like my natural lip color. I kind of love this. I'm just going to take this Smashbox Cosmetics Be Legendary lipstick in Nerve. I don't know. It's just a pink. And we're going to put this in the inside here. And lightly blend that into that brown. Lip pencil. And just blending out that brown. I just want to clean up these edges slightly, taking our brush again and our foundation. And just lightly hitting around the edges. I think we're done. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna use my hair because I do have a lot of it. And there is potential for a moment here. I'm sorry, I look so glam. So I've just put this shirt, this top on. It's sort of like off the shoulder moment. I have these earrings. I don't remember where these are from. I really apologize. This is giving very, very violet. Very, very violet. I didn't fully realize until right now. Okay, you guys. Holy hell. How's that? How's the glam? So we have our face on. We've got these earrings on. I don't remember where they're from. I'm so sorry. But I love them. They're gorgeous. And then we have this little like hat fascinator on that I made. And I just think it's like quintessential Glam. I feel so like, oh my god, I don't even know who I am. I do not look like this, but we do today. Yes, God. But this is it. You guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. I hope we came back with a bang. I wanted to come back and, you know, give the girls what they need. Like I said, the drama, the glam, all of it. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. Again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you are not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. It's just Lucy Garland. Give this video a like, please. Thank you. Mwah. And I'm so excited to be back, you guys. This has just made me so excited. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I'll see you next week for another whole look. And until then, enjoy yourself, get glam, and live your best life. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye! I want to, next time I film, I'm going to show you guys the situation down below here, because it's actually a serious issue. Yes, I know. Look at you sitting down there. You're so funny. She's just a dog. Oh, for God's sakes.